Hello, namaste, beautiful human. Thank you for joining me for today's practice. As you can tell, this is going to be a nourishing yoga flow for anxiety, for when we're feeling a little bit anxious and we really want to relax in our bodies, regulate our nervous system, and really tap into that parasympathetic nervous system in order to calm our bodies down. So often, when we are feeling overwhelmed and uptight and anxious like this, we are too much in our minds, and I find personally it often helps to really get into my body. It's not like we are going to move through a lot of really strong asana or big movements, but just tuning into the breath and into the body and moving a little really does help. So yeah, come back to this when you need it. And obviously yoga in general is so wonderful to regulate the body and calm our nervous system. So well done for being here and showing up for yourself. And yeah, we shall begin. So just find a comfortable seat. It doesn't matter what it looks like today, really feeling into sensation. Make sure you're nice and comfortable and just close down the eyes. Have the palms facing down on the lap today, really grounding into your body, into the earth, feeling supported and cared for. And even if you don't feel that, know that it is true. It's true always, even if you don't feel it all the time. And just becoming aware of the body with zero judgment. Do you notice how fast the heart is beating? Are you breathing a little bit more shallower? We tend to do that when we are feeling a little bit anxious. Soften the face a little bit more. And then bring the hands to heart center. We're going to open the practice with a single Om. And knowing that Om itself calms the nervous system down. It sends the vibrations, send the signal to the mind that we are safe on a physical level. So inhaling, big deep belly breath. Nice long exhale out the mouth. And inhaling for Om. Feeling the vibration of Om as it moves through your body. Notice where you're feeling sensation, maybe crown of the head. Bringing the hands onto the hips, blink open the eyes if you like, but I encourage you to keep the eyes closed today as much as you can as well. Really go within. We'll begin to create some circles with the upper body here. So inhaling forward, exhaling back. It doesn't matter how fast or how slow. Moving with the breath though. So really not allowing those intrusive thoughts to come through. It's a really wonderful thing that yoga brings us, is that single-pointedness with our minds. And if you feel your mind straying, of course, bring it back. Anchor it with the breath. Begin to reverse the circle now. I feel so often when we're feeling anxious, or me personally, I feel anxious about being anxious. Or I feel I should not feel this way, I should feel a certain way. But what really helps me as well is to just accept all parts of myself, accept how I'm feeling in this moment. There's no need to resist. And then, of course, take those actionable steps in order to make myself feel a little bit better. Sometimes that is moving, sometimes it's breathing, sometimes it is just completely doing nothing, watching a movie on Netflix. So again, congratulate yourself for showing up here today. It's really wonderful. I know I say it all the time, congratulate yourself for showing up here, but it is such a big thing to create that time and space for yourself to simply come home to yourself and connect and be present. All right, so we are going to come over into Malasana, child's pose now. Bring the knees extra wide, toes together, sorry. Bring the glutes towards the heels, reaching out in front. Just taking it easy, so maybe bring the forearms onto the mat. Forehead going towards the mat, it doesn't have to touch. And then taking some nice, beautiful, deep belly breaths here, really nourishing ones, filling up all corners of the body. Long exhale out the nose, so really extending the exhale here. Again, telling our bodies that it's safe. 2 more breaths here. And then staying here, we're going to do the same, but doing Brahmari breath. So if you've done Brahmari with me before, it's hummingbee breath. So we're going to just do a big inhale and then exhale. Humming, like a hummingbee. So we're pretty much doing Om, but with the mouth closed. And it's starting to rain here. So apologies if that is loud. Maybe it feels nice and cozy for you like it does for me. So we're going to inhale through the nose. We'll do it 3 times. Exhale. 2 more times. Inhale. One more time. Then just coming back to the natural breath. Again, feel the sensations moving through your body, perhaps. Notice how you're feeling now as you begin to deepen the breath, bring more awareness, and move through the practice here. Inhale, forehead rises up. Walk the hands up, close the knees. We're going to wrap the arms around us, so bringing one hand to the shoulder and the other, doesn't matter which is on top. Inhale, open up the heart. And then exhale, round forward. Really hugging the body here. Maybe tell yourself some nice, kind, loving words. It's okay, you're going to be okay. I tell myself that one often. It's okay, you're going to be okay. Inhale, open up the arms wide this time again, arching the spine, opening the heart. Exhale, swapping over. Opposite palm comes to opposite shoulder. Inhale, elbows lift up, open. And then exhale, rounding forward. Maybe swaying side to side. We're really giving ourselves a hug here, nurturing ourselves. We're capable of making ourselves feel better.
We're also capable of the opposite, which is often what happens when we're so much in our minds thinking. So another word of encouragement or kindness here to yourself. I embrace all parts of myself. I embrace the seemingly dark as much as I embrace the seemingly light, even though it all encompasses who I am and who I be. I accept it all.
Inhale to open. Exhale, release. Rolling over now onto all fours. Let's do a little bit of cat-cow movements, moving with the breath. So again, this can be really intuitive if you like, or staying with a more traditional cat-cow as you inhale, open. Exhale, press away from the mat. Inhale to open. Maybe moving the hips side to side, bending the elbows if you like.
Seeing what you need today.
But keeping it soft.
See if we can move with no rigidity.
Pressing up and back into downward facing dog now. We just stay there for just a moment and walk up to the top of the mat. So see if you can keep the knees bent a lot here, maybe moving the hips side to side. Again, no rigidity, keeping it soft. Maybe clawing into the mat with your fingertips and toes like a cat does before they get really cozy. And then we'll begin to make our way to the top of the mat. So just taking your time, nice and slow. Feeling and breathing into those hamstrings. Then we'll find ourselves in a ragdoll at the top of the mat here. So bending the knees a lot, perhaps, really allowing the upper body to be heavy. So see what it feels like to connect the belly with the thighs. Grab onto either elbow or either forearm. You can rock side to side if you like, or just hang here. Releasing the arms slowly now. We're going to slowly, extremely slow as you can, roll up to the top of the mat. So rolling as if you're moving through honey, but keeping it soft still. All the way up, your shoulders, neck and head are the last things to lift up. Rolling the shoulders back and away. Find ourselves in Tadasana here. One hand on the belly, one hand on the heart. We'll just take 3 deep belly breaths here. Inhale. Feel the belly rise, chest rise. Long exhale out the mouth. Letting go. Inhaling. Exhaling out the mouth. Inhaling one more time. Exhaling. We're going to do a little bit of shaking here. So just arching the spine and exhale, rounding away. But shaking the body at the same time, so really expelling that energy. Inhale to open. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Exhale, pressing away. So it really doesn't matter what it feels like. Maybe you want to inhale, open. Exhale. Really intuitive movements here. It doesn't matter what it looks like. Maybe you want to come all the way down. Focusing on opening the heart on the inhale. Rounding on the exhale. Maybe just flicking the wrists as well can feel very nice. Really expelling that energy. Almost like we do when we practice breath of joy, if you've practiced that with me before. But with the intention to really let it out, let it go. Everything that doesn't serve you. Often when we're feeling anxious as well, we are holding a lot of energy in our bodies. So to focus on releasing. All right, we're going to come down into Malasana now, squat. So wherever you are, just make your way down slowly. Doesn't matter how you get there. Toes pointing out. Bring the hands to your heart. You can either actually have one hand over the other or thumbs into the sternum, elbows into the inside of the knees. Of course, it doesn't matter if your heels are not on the ground. If you want to keep it nice and cozy, bring some cushions underneath the heels is a really nice idea. Otherwise, do focus on opening the heart though, creating that space externally and internally. And take some nice, deep, loving breaths here. Feeling grounded, cared for by the earth, by your body, your temple, your home. Maybe doing some neck stretches here to the left, or creating circles with the neck. Feels really nice. And then if you need to, just coming out, we're going to make our way anyway down, all the way down. Let's windscreen wiper the knees out. So we're going to make our way all the way down into Danda Pranam, which is on our bellies with our hands out in front. Arms and hands out in front. So this is one of the most grounding poses that we could possibly do. Coming onto the forearms perhaps first, see what it feels like to really lift those feet up and back. And then we're going to bring the arms out in front, forehead coming down onto the mat. This is a pose of full surrender, a pose to give thanks to our Creator, to the universe, to ourselves, to acknowledge the divinity and ultimately perfectness in all that there is, perfectly imperfectness in ourselves, in the world around us, a pose of complete trust and knowing that you are cared for, you are loved, you are fully taken care of. Everything is going to be okay. You are going to be okay. We will stay here for about 1 more minute or so enjoying the stillness, and if it gets a bit much for you, you are welcome to come onto the forearms as well.
When you're ready, lifting up the forehead. Bring the hands next to the shoulders. We're just going to press back into child's pose. Knees wide. Maybe bring the arms behind you this time. Just equalizing the body here. And then we'll slowly make our way back up. Come into a comfortable seat. Maybe find, I'm going to get a cushion actually. Maybe sit on a cushion or get a nice comfy jersey if it's a little bit cooler there. It's still very warm here where I am. And we'll just find a comfortable seat and again tune into the breath. Maybe you want to bring one hand onto your heart, one hand onto the belly. Maybe you feel called to keep your palms down on the knees, feeling a sense of groundedness. But either way, feeling grounded and connected to the body, to the breath, and to yourself. We'll begin to take 5 deep breaths in and out here. So I'll count you through them. Let's inhale for 4 and exhale for 4. That might be really nice actually. It will allow me to better count as well. So let's take a big inhale. Exhale out the mouth. Inhaling now through the nose. 2, 3, 4. Exhaling. 2, 3, 4. Inhaling. 2, 3, 4. Exhaling. 2, 3, 4. Inhaling. 2, 3, 4. Exhaling. 2, 3, 4. Inhaling. 2, 3, 4. And exhaling. 2, 3, 4. Letting go of the breath now. And keeping the eyes closed. Notice here one sound around you, something you can hear, perhaps the noise that is the most furthest away. Then bringing your awareness back. Notice something you can see whilst keeping your eyes closed. So perhaps visualizing something that is around you in your direct vicinity. Mine's going to be the camera. You can hear some building going on far away. And then bringing your awareness to your touch. Something that you can feel. Maybe it's your hands connected wherever they are on the body. Maybe you can feel your clothes on you.
Bringing your awareness now to your smell. Can you smell anything around you? I can smell that really beautiful smell when the rain hits the warm gravel. Maybe it's lunch. Maybe it's the crisp, cool air, or just the air in general. Now to taste. Can you taste the saliva inside of your mouth perhaps? And letting go now. Bring your hands to your heart center. Take a moment here to really notice how the body feels now, how the mind feels now, contrary to the start of the practice. Maybe you're feeling better, maybe not. Maybe you enjoyed a part of this practice more than a different part. So just mentally taking note of what you enjoyed doing while you're perhaps feeling a little bit anxious, or you needed some extra nourishing, nurturing from yourself. Bringing your hands to your third eye and bowing forward. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Namaste. Thank you for joining me for this practice. I hope you are feeling a little bit better if you were perhaps not feeling the best before. And as I mentioned, if you're not feeling super better, which often nothing really helps, just congratulate yourself for showing up here. And I encourage you to take what you need for the rest of the day. And remember to listen to your body, what it's telling you. Try not to spend too much in the mind, time in the mind overthinking the future or the past, and just come back to the body, back to the breath, and back to this present moment, because that's all we really have, and that is what is happening here and now. Again, I know that's a lot easier said than done, but when we practice, we can much more easily show up for ourselves and bring us back to that point of equanimity in our minds, again and again and again. And this is why we practice. So thank you for joining me again, and I will see you in the next one. Om Namah Shivaya.